Hello everyone, my name is Caden, and welcome back to more, if it'll show on the screen, Chaos Child, and the start of the final route in Chaos Child. Oh boy, we're almost there. How much longer will the pain last? Don't know. This could be the last episode, or this ending could be pretty long. I don't know. Either way, I can't click on the D sword. If we look at the ending list, sure enough. Over sky, dark sky, deep sky, dream sky, another sky, and real sky. There's only one left. Shall we? Chaos Child. Life on the right side of reality. Sometimes I have these dreams. Sometimes I have them on the night after I get a bad test grade. Or when I have a fight with a friend. Anytime I'm not feeling well when I sleep, I have these dreams. And I only remember the dreams when I'm asleep. When I wake up, I don't remember anything about them. The dreams are strange that way. In the dreams, I'm a murderer. The first people I killed were the parents of my childhood friend. Oh. This is from her perspective. The first people I killed were the parents of my childhood friend. I killed him because he wanted me to do it. In his heart, he was happy. So I was too. But the murders didn't stop there. I kept killing people in secret after that. As for the reason why, it's because I needed to continue the game that he wished for deep inside his heart. I'd leave hints and small contradictions at the murder scene so that he could slowly track down who I was. The boy loved the game, and when I saw how happy it made him, it made me happy too. In the dreams, there was a man helping me with the murders. It was a doctor who ran the dorm where he stayed. I didn't like the doctor. He wasn't normal. Every time he appeared in my dreams, he'd suggest a cruel, horrible way of killing someone. But he would laugh and smile and always say the same thing. Your boy wouldn't enjoy anything less. Very well then, I would think in response. If that's what it would take for the boy to enjoy it, then that's what I would do. The man and I killed many people in the dreams, in the worst ways imaginable. In my dreams, I was psychic, and I knew exactly what the man was trying to do to the boy. He was planning something awful. But I knew he wouldn't lose to the man. The boy I loved was very, very strong. He was my hero. I'll come to think of it, there was another man in my dreams sometimes. It was a man I knew well. Normally he was a lazy, easygoing man, the kind you could never imagine doing something wrong. The committee is willing to let this play out, provided that you don't interfere with us. We're interested in seeing what happens to him. He was part of some organization called the Committee, the kind of thing you'd see on a TV show about urban legends. He said he was watching me and the boy at all times. Even for a dream, that seems like a little too much, so I thought to myself, and almost laughed. By the way, how are you getting along with your everyday life? You won't want to slip up and have someone find out who you are, right? After he told me that, I realized something. In the dreams, for some reason, I didn't have a home. He found me the home of a girl who lived by herself. I killed her, and then I had my place to live. And each time he appeared in my dream, he would tell me about the strangest things. D-swords, gigalomaniacs, the truth about the new generation madness, the murders that occurred in Shibuya before the earthquake, the artificial gigalomaniac generator device, as well as Chaos Child Syndrome and the sumo stickers. The other me who was watching the me in the dreams would always look down in confusion. Why was I having these dreams? Sure, whenever there was a program on TV about urban legends, I'd watch it. But it was just a small hobby of mine. It wasn't something that should be showing up in my dreams. In one of my dreams, he was scolding me like I was at school. Sending him into the hospital basement was going a little too far, you know. That's Wakui, isn't it? I recognize that shoulder shrug. That's Wakui. So even in the common room, he was in on this somehow, I feel. Or it seems like. You made me have to move all the things that we were keeping down there. I don't like trouble, you know. So Wakui's the one who moved it all. Interesting. It was some kind of lab filled with all kinds of machines. I was surprised to find something like this in the basement of a place I knew so well. Wait, no. That wasn't right. This was a dream. Impossible things happened all the time in dreams. Sorry, as a middle manager type, I had to tell you these things. Anyway, just keep him on a tighter leash, alright? If you do, I won't do anything. You just need to be a little more careful, okay? I just kept on having these strange dreams. But every time I woke up, I wouldn't remember anything. Just when I was thinking of going to a doctor about all this, I had that dream. It was the most realistic dream I'd ever had. November 4th. It was so realistic I even knew the date. I was in a panic. She had found out my secret. You were the one who was using Nimisawa Senri, weren't you? I want to hear that from you of all people, Kurusu no. I'd screwed up and let her find out who I was. How could I have known she'd find me out because of the cell phone strap he had given me as a present? I quickly ripped off the strap and threw it away. It made me sad, but I didn't have a choice. I wasn't intending to kill her. Her death would be too much of a shock for him. He might quit playing my game if I did. No good. I'll have to kill her without him finding out, then come up with something. I drew my D-sword and tried to kill her. But then I suddenly saw something in my dream. Maybe saw Senri and he and she might have a future like this. I got distracted and missed her vitals. I swung the sword again, but then... Kurusu! No, Takaru! It was him. And now he knew. There's no way I could talk my way out of this. No. Run! Run. That's what she said just before collapsing. Of course, she was talking to him. But I was the one who ran instead. I think that's where it all started. Where the me and the dream started to go wrong. And then the dream suddenly ended. Interesting. Stop it, Taku! He was holding his D-sword high and looking down at me. And I was begging him not to do something. Don't take my reason for living away from me! I've read so many minds since I was created. Everyone's always so scared and no one ever knows what to do. How can they live like that? How can they even smile? They don't even know why they're doing it. I don't want to be normal. And for the first time in my life, I actually cried real tears.
ダメだ。
No,
お前は
you're going to be a normal girl.
普通の
No, please. Please let me help you forever. This is it. Goodbye.
それじゃ
Up to the very last second, I was gazing at the face of the boy that I loved. I would never forget it. February 11th, 2016. Thursday. Oh? I wake up feeling something on my cheek. I put my hand up to it. It's wet with tears. What dream was I having that made me so sad? Are they tears of joy, maybe? Oh my goodness, wait. Is the true ending following Serica after the events of the common route? Which means this Serica shouldn't know anything. This Serica should just be a normal person. They don't have any memories of ever. If memory serves, that's what Takaru wanted to do. In that case, what happened to the real Takaru? I'm not even sure. But whenever I have that dream, I cry. It makes my eyes all puffy and red. Maybe that's just how my body works? Or maybe I need to have a doctor look at me after all. I don't know how I would even begin to explain it to them. I don't remember what these dreams are about after all. I stretch out on the bed and try to feel better. The light coming through the curtains is bright. The weather outside seems to be very good. It seems that this route, the true ending route, is following Serica after the common route. The Serica that was changed by Takaru. Takaru wanted Serica to become a normal, just a normal person, which means she shouldn't have her D-sword power anymore. She's not a Gigglomaniac. She's not a murderer anymore. But in exchange, if the common route is still going to be canon, then that means that Takaru has gone completely insane. Because we saw at the end of the common route, it said how Takaru escaped and killed a bunch of police officers. Or was it security guards? Point is, he killed a bunch of people. Well. So are we actually going to... But it doesn't seem like it was perfect, though. Takaru does... It seemed as though, just off this basic, like, view of things right out the gate, it doesn't seem like it was 100% successful on Takaru's part. It was, I would argue, probably like 95% successful in terms of what he was aiming to achieve. But the remaining 5% is in the form of those dreams. She still seems to have those dreams about what actually happened, about the truth, about her being the murderer. She didn't even recognize Kurusu in the dream. If you looked at the name tag on the bottom left whenever a character's talking, it didn't say Kurusu no, it said woman. And it didn't say Miyashiro, was it Miyashiro Takaru? It said man. So, even though she's mostly normal, she still gets dreams of the past. But she just thinks they're dreams. Today's February 11th. It's National Foundation Day and school's closed. But I'm supposed to go out and meet a friend, so I have to get up and get ready fast.
Aoi?
Aoi?
Hi.
Hello. Serica, where are you?
Uchi.
Home. Huh?
Eh?
Huh? You haven't left yet? I moved the phone away from my ear and checked the time. It's 10 minutes before the time when we're supposed to meet. The shopping mall we planned to rendezvous at is a 20-minute walk away. I realized that I don't remember setting my alarm the night before. I don't have a bike. I'm sorry. I'll leave right now. Oh, it's fine. We can just meet at the station. Does that work? Huh? It's fine, but we're not going to the usual place? Hayaka's suddenly got us some free time, and she says she wants to go to Shibuya. What? My heart pounds loudly. Hmm? Is that a problem? No, it's okay. Talking fast to cover up my panic, I tell her I'll be there as soon as I can and hang up. I'm not supposed to go to Shibuya. That's what she told me. She didn't even tell me why, but probably has something to do with the traffic accident I was in 3 months ago. Well, even disregarding the accident, I just don't really feel like going to Shibuya that often. Yokohama has a lot of places that are just as fancy and fashionable, and going all the way to a crowded town like that on my day off is just exhausting. I don't like big crowds anyway. When I see a lot of people at once, my head starts aching, and I feel something strange in my chest. Is that just another thing my body does?
I'm wondering, do you think we'll actually see the psychotic Takaru in the true ending? The Takaru that we see at the end of the common route that believes he's just following Serika, but in reality, he's killed a whole bunch of more people? Do you think that's what the true ending will show us? That will be painful if so. That will be absolutely painful if we actually just have to witness, or even worse, maybe even fight the psychotic Takaru.
Well, it's fine. My friends have been nice enough to invite me. It's my guardian's fault for not telling me why I shouldn't go to Shibuya anyway. She lives in Shibuya, so if I see her there, I'll tell her that myself. I leap off bed and start to get ready.
I wonder if the guardian's either Mimose or
Bleh. Contents of my stomach flow down the drain and disappear.
I wonder if the guardian's either Mimose or Kunosato. Because if we're talking she's, then I think those are the only two options at this point. Oh, Jesus Christ, I just realized. It just now occurs to me how depressing the true ending is going to be. Because you know why? Guess who else is now dead now? Kurusu / Mimisawa is dead. Sakura's dead. That's not as bad, honestly. I can deal with that one. But then fucking Yui is dead. So great, the child's death is canon. Great.
When you feel like you have to vomit, just getting it over with is the best way to feel better. The crepes I just ate are gone now, though. You okay? Howie's rubbing my back. I raised my hand to show that I'm fine. 1,800 yen I spent was a lot of money. I saw a group of college kids having fun and then suddenly felt like I needed to throw up. Does this have to do with that sickness in your head you were talking about? Hell no. It happened 3 months ago in Shibuya on November 6th. It was the day of the Shibuya Restoration Festival. Supposedly, I was hit by a car full of people who came to see the festival. I say supposedly because I can't really remember it. All I remember is seeing a very bright light. Headlights, maybe? The next thing I knew, I woke up in a hospital bed. There were wounds all over my body, particularly my stomach, and I was wrapped up in bandages like a mummy. But what was worse than that was the effect it had on my memories. I remembered my name, I remembered how old I was. I remembered my favorite TV shows, I remembered the day of the Shibuya earthquake. I remembered the faces of idols I liked and how to use flick input on a smartphone. But what school I went to, where I lived, who my parents were, all of that was gone. I've tried so hard to remember, but I just can't. Instead, I sometimes see images in my mind, like clips from a film. Sometimes it's a town in ruins, or rows and rows of TV screens, or a puddle of blood. But none of them seem real, and I can't imagine why I'm seeing them anyway. The doctors told me that maybe I used to like watching movies, and that's supposedly where the images come from.
Damn. To think she can now just live a normal life, potentially. But what's happened to Takaru at this point in time now?
Maybe they're right? I don't know.
大丈夫？
It's okay. Here you
はい
go.
これ
I got Korean to get me a bottle of tea.
サンキュー
Thanks. I take it gratefully, rinse out my mouth, and spit into the drain again. Ugh, gosh dang it.
あんたさ
You know? Ugh. Hmm? What is it?
具合が悪いのは
Even
し
if
ょう
you're
がない
sick,
に
you
し
need
て
to act
も
more like a girl.
もう
It's
ちょ
a
っと女
waste.
の子らし
What is she talking about? I feel like someone told me that same thing before. As I think about that, the urge to vomit fades away.
どうする
What should we do?
私
I
目
got
当
the
ての
clothes I
服買っ
wanted.
ちゃっ
Should
た
we
か
go
ら
home?
帰っていや
No,
平気
I'm
平気
fine. I feel just fine after that.
単に3つも食
Sure,
べた
it's
からじゃない
not just because you had 3 whole crepes.
やっぱり
Maybe
そう
you're
かな
right. Sometimes something happens and I suddenly feel like I remember glimpses of who I used to be before the accident. Like when I saw that crepe stand a bit ago. Back then I suddenly felt a strong craving for crepes. And I ended up eating too many. I never realized how much I like sweets. Or maybe I just really like crepes specifically? Maybe I ate them on a date with a boy I liked once. My face goes red. There's no way. Probably. I'm not interested in that stuff. And if I did have a boyfriend back then, he would have come to see me when I was in the hospital. Probably.
じゃあ
I gotta see a movie. Sarah, how are you for money? Two of my precious 1,000 yen bills had already disappeared down the drain along with the crepes. I don't have any parents to beg for cash.
生活費の振
I
り
get my
込み
money
って
for living
15日
expenses on the
だから
15th, too. This must be what a grown-up feels like the day before payday. What should I do? And then, I suddenly see something strange.
あれ
What's
何
that? Huh? Oh. Always sees what I'm looking at and frowns.
セリカは見
You've
た
never
こと
seen
ない
them
の
before, Sarika? I nod. Maybe the old me saw one in the past, but I don't recognize it now.
聞いたことくらい
You've
はあ
heard
る
of
で
it
し
at
ょ
least, right?
カオスチャイルド
Chaos
症
Child
候群
Syndrome?
あれが
That's what it is? There are these strange-looking people walking around.
Oh.
No, it's less that they look strange, and more that the clothes they're wearing don't match their appearance at all. There's a weird unbalanced feeling to them. I can't stop staring. But the people around them are clearly used to them, so they don't seem to mind.
確か地震で
I
ひ
heard
ど
that
い
young
目
people
に
who
遭っ
got
た
something
若い人
had
た
something
ち
bad
が
happen to them
あ
during
の
the
病
earthquake
気
got
に
that
なっちゃった
condition,
んだよ
right?
ね
Aoi nods.
なんで誰も気にし
How
な
come
いのか
nobody's
な
bothered by it?
気にはしてるんだ
They
よ
are, but it's not the
Kedo,
victim's fault. It's
あの
just a
人たち
disease.
が悪いわけ
And
じゃないもん
besides,
そういう病気らしいか
Allie
ら
looks up at the big TV screen on the side of the building.
Chaos Child Syndrome. A message from the government. Chaos Child Syndrome is a treatable illness. It is not dangerous and it is not communicable. Harassment of patients is a violation of their human rights and is forbidden by law. Let us strive for an equal society free from discrimination. Interesting.
There's a message there. Chaos Child Syndrome is a treatable illness, it is not dangerous, and it is not communicable. Harassment of the patients is a violation of their human rights and is forbidden by law. Let's strive for an equal society free from discrimination.
Interesting.
Despite the fact I've obviously heard about the syndrome in the past, I've never seen anything like it.
渋谷だけだよ
You only run into
こんな
people who
風
have
に
the
なってる
disease
の
in
は
Shibuya. So yeah, it's once she notices that I'm still staring at the announcement.
なんか変だもん
This sounds kind of
この街
weird. There's lots of
いろ
rumors
いろ
about it.
噂され
あるある
Oh yeah, I heard about them too.
症候群
Sometimes
の
the
人
syndrome
たち
patients go
時々
missing, right?
行方
Like
不
they're
明に
being
なる
taken
んで
away
し
for
ょ
experiments or
な
something?
んか実験され
実験って
Experiments?
あんたは
You read
漫
too
画
much
の読み
manga.
すぎ
Hey, wait, you never really heard of this
セリカ
before,
は聞いた
Sarika?
ことない
No,
知らないよ
never.
そっかセリカネ
I
ット
see.
ニュースとか
You really don't read the
見ないもん
news on the internet, do you? She's right. I've never really been interested and I don't even have internet at home. According to Hayaka, everyone else has internet these days, but I wonder if that's really true.
ね
Anyway, since you don't have any money, you wanna go take a peek
え
instead?
ちょっと覗きに行かない？
Hayaka flashes a mischievous grin.
I'm gonna be talking as a girl this whole episode, aren't I?
Peek at what?
症候群の人たちが
At
入
a
ってる
place they
施
keep all the
設
patients. I know where to.
私場
You're
所知
treating
っ
them
て
like
る
it's
か
a fucking zoo. I'm starting to get scared we're going to end up seeing Takuru.
Well, no way. I'd rather go see a movie. I'll pay for Sarah's
セリカ
ticket.
の分私出すからさ。
The three of us argue for a while, but in the end, Ayaka wins out. The reason being, I don't like the idea of having a friend pay for me. Plus, there's some reason I can't explain. I want to go there too.
ちょっとだけだ
Just
か
for a
ら
little bit,
ね。
okay? I don't want them getting mad at us, so where is it anyway?
こっからすぐだよ
It's really close. It's called Hekio Academy.
What? Why? What?
It's a few minutes walk away from the station. It sure doesn't look like a place for sick people. It looks just like a normal school.
Oh.
There's a plan on the entrance that reads Hekio Academy.
Has the school been shut down and it's turned into a place for the Chaos Child Syndrome people?
I can see the patients coming in and out of the building. Some are laughing and joking around, while others are alone and playing with their smartphones. They really do look like normal students. So that explains it. They're all wearing the school's uniform. But why? That uniform doesn't fit their appearances at all. It actually makes them stand out even more.
本人たちは高校
They
に
say that all the
通っている
patients
つも
actually
り
think they're
なんだって
leading a normal high school life here.
え
What?
気がついていないん
They
だ
don't know
よ
what kind of place this
こ
is.
こがどういうところなのか
What the fuck?
なんでそん
How
な
is that possible? That doesn't make sense. How can they not know? They would know what people say about them if they watched TV even once, so how?
何が見え
I wonder what
て
they're
るんだろうね。
Just as I go to take a look inside.
Newspaper club. That's...
Huh?
セリカ
Sarika! I suddenly feel a sharp pain in my head and collapse on the spot. I feel my mind begin to fade away and then everything goes black.
She's trying to remember.
うん
Yeah, so I'll stay home tomorrow. Sorry about today.
明日は休むようん
Yeah, I'll get some rest.
お大事にします
Thanks.
ありがとう
Bye. I end the call with Aoi and fall into the bed. I only passed out for a few minutes. I then woke up and the two of them walked me home. My head still hurts. It's a strange pain.
What is going on? Was the school ever a normal academy? Was Hekio Academy ever normal? Or was it always them? We were all just seeing... I can't stop that dog from barking, so sorry about that.
How do I describe it? It's not like a real headache, it's like the center of my head is heavy or something.
うーん
What exactly happened to me earlier? Suddenly I see a vision of something in my head. This has happened to me before, but this time it's different, more powerful. It feels like I've gone inside the vision. So much that I can even smell it.
これって
Does this maybe...
やっぱり
Does this have something to do with what my life was like before I lost my memories? Do I actually know Hekio Academy, that facility in Shibuya? I take out my phone and look at my address book. There are 22 names on the list. The only one on the list who isn't a friend is my guardian. I start calling her, then abruptly cut it short. She told me not to go to Shibuya. I can't tell her what happened today. Maybe I should just tell her about the vision I saw.
あの人は
I wonder if she knows
知ってる
anything.
のかな
When I woke up in the hospital after the accident, I didn't have any form of identification on me. No matter what the doctors asked me, I couldn't answer. And then she came. She said she was a distant relative of mine and that she would be my guardian. She was the one who told me who I was before the accident. Supposedly I was an only child. I used to live in a prefecture far away from Tokyo. In the fall of my second year in high school, my parents both died in an accident. I was all alone. And then this person, my distant relative, took me in. I didn't have enough money left after that to keep going to the private school I was attending at the time, so I instead ended up transferring to a cheaper school run by a man she knew. But the day before I was supposed to start, I went to the Restoration Festival. It was the first time I ever went to Shibuya, and I was apparently shocked to see the sheer number of people there. I was standing there in shock. I was swept up by the crowd and pushed down to the street. Just as a car was driving by. After that, I woke up, only to find myself in a hospital bed. I had a terrible scar on my stomach, and I had forgotten everything.
Jesus.
The day I left the hospital, I asked my guardian a question. Can I go back to my old house? I meant the house where I lived with my parents. If I went back there, I thought I might remember something. But she told me you can't go back there anymore. Apparently someone else owns it now. She said they'd tell me the reason why when I was older, but that still hasn't happened yet. She told me she works in Shibuya and can't leave the city, so that was why after I left the hospital, I started to live here by myself in this apartment in Yokohama. The first time I fell asleep in this room after leaving the hospital, I woke up in tears. And then I made a decision. I don't have time for crying. I need to live the best life I can, for my parents' sake, and for mine as well. Am I ready? Am I okay? I am okay.
I'm gonna end up ruining my voice trying to talk like Serica this entire episode, aren't I?
That's when I left my past behind. Or so I thought. But the facility called Hekio Academy and all those Chaos Child Syndrome patients, they seem like they're going to make me remember.
Yep, they will.
Stay away from Shibuya, alright?
It is Mimose, isn't it?
She told me that so many times, but maybe it's because she doesn't want me seeing Hekio Academy and the people who go there.
わ
Well, it's like there's something I'm not supposed to remember.
You shouldn't.
There's no way. This isn't a thriller or anything like that. Chaos Child Syndrome. A specific condition that appears in certain victims of the Shibuya earthquake. That theorized to be a psychogenetic mental disorder. It seems to be a form of a schizotypical disorder, a condition in which the patient does not recognize that they have a disorder. The originator of the name is unknown, but it is said to have come from both a psychologist and from one of the patients. The name appears to have come from the fact that all patients with this disorder were young children at the time of the Shibuya earthquake, and the complexity of the circumstances surrounding the earthquake and their symptoms. That is believed to be the origin of the name Chaos Child Syndrome. I couldn't stop thinking about the syndrome, so I ended up sitting all night researching on my phone. I didn't understand over half of what I read. Just reading it gave me a headache. And it was all is believed to be, or is said to be. It's like no one really knew anything about it. Eventually I found a page that said mental disorders are neither real illnesses or fictional myths, but somewhere between the two. I didn't know what that meant, so I just gave up.
Nice.
A lot of other people besides me were looking into it too. Some people were coming up with weird conspiracy theories, and others were saying that the very idea of explaining it scientifically was nonsense. I realized as I read that I kept seeing the same name again and again.
宮代
Miyashiro Takuru,
だっけ
right? He's the boy behind the serial killings in Shibuya.
Oh.
He's just 18 years old, and only a year older than me. I lost my memories from before the accident, so I don't really know what awful things he did at first. I tried to look him up, but when they gave me my phone, they put a filter on it. I can't read basically anything that has to do with Miyashiro Takuru. But that only made me want to know more.
Oh boy.
Maybe that's what I was like before the accident. My personality doesn't seem to have changed much.
まあ
Well, unless you're
こっちから興味を持って
you're interested in looking to yourself, information doesn't do you any good.
ないのと同じだもんね
Huh? Feels like someone's told me that before, and pretty often at that. But who?
I wonder if the true ending's just gonna be about getting Onoe's memories back.
Well, it doesn't matter. Aoi's phone doesn't have any filtering on it, so I was able to find out more about Miyashiro Takuru through her. What I read about him was shocking. It's hard to imagine that someone my age could have done what he did. He killed his own younger sister. And he worked together with an accomplice to stuff her body into boxes. Then he tried to kill his older sister and failed.
Oh. Interesting. In reality, Kurusu is still alive. Or rather, Minisawa.
His older sister was still in a coma after that. I couldn't believe it. I felt disgusted with this Miyashiro person. How could he do something so horrible? And then I found something that made me start wondering. I learned that he'd attended Hekio Academy before he got caught. They told me not to go to Shibuya, and they put filtering on my phone to stop me from looking up Miyashiro specifically. Which means that maybe there's something there. Something they don't want me to know. I don't know what it could be, but it just doesn't feel right.
よし
Alright. I slapped myself a few times on the cheeks to help me focus. I just want answers.
It's kind of weird how Inoue, in a way, is becoming the one who just wants to know the truth like Takaru did.
That's why I decided to pretend to be sick and get out of school and then head back to Shibuya. Okay, I'm ready to go. I say a silent sorry to my friends who are worried about my fake illness and set off for my destination.
This is a mistake.
When I reach the same spot as yesterday, I suddenly hear the sound of a bell. All the noise that the patients are making stops, and the whole facility goes quiet.
もしかして
Is it time for class, maybe? The place seems just like the high school I went to. Ayaka told me that the people here think they're going to school.
どうしようか
What
な
do I do? I've come to the same spot as yesterday, but I'm not having any visions like I did last time. I don't want to pass out again, but I also got my hopes up a little. That maybe I would see something else. And that maybe it would be a clue to the old me. I take out my phone and check the time. If it's the same as a normal school, they should still be in morning classes. I just heard the bell, so it's probably third period. Should I go inside? If I act like I belong here, maybe they won't... No, that won't work. It'd be one thing if I was wearing the school's uniform, but in my street clothes, they'll spot me immediately.
どうかしましたか
Is something wrong?
Not good. I've been staring at the school for so long that he probably thinks I'm suspicious now. I smile at the guard as he walks up to me.
いえ
No,
別に
not really.
何でも
ああ
Oh,
君
it's
か
you. I haven't seen you in a
しばら
while.
く見な
Where
か
have
った
you
け
been?
どどうした
Oh, where's your uniform?
おや
Huh?
本当は規則
This is
違
actually
反
against
な
the
んだ
rules,
けど
but
まあ
oh,
多め
it's
に
like
見る
get
よ
inside quick and
早
hurry.
く入りなさい
And you can make it in
今
time
な
for
ら
third
3次元
period.
目の授業には間に合うだろ
And then he let me go right on to school.
Oh boy. This isn't good.
What is he talking about? My uniform? He hasn't seen me for a while. He knows me. I don't understand. I just keep standing in the middle of the courtyard, shocked.
おどうしたの
What's wrong?
The guard's starting to get concerned. If I don't do something quick, he'll definitely get suspicious. Just go with it. I don't know what's going on, but just staying here is only going to make him more suspicious. I start walking resolutely toward the school building. I finally make it to the entrance. I didn't realize it before, but my breathing is starting to quicken. I look around desperately searching my memories. But I've never been here before. Probably.
でも
Still... For some reason, I recognize the smell. It's the smell of the school building. It feels much more like home than at my high school in Yokohama. Oh, that's impossible. I'm just imagining it. All schools smell the same.
Uh-oh.
And then suddenly I see a vision in my mind. Just like yesterday. My heart pounds loudly. I'm sure I've never been here before. But I still feel a sense of deja vu. I suddenly remember what the guard said. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, and where's your uniform? Get inside quick. Did I actually go to the school before the accident? Does that mean I'm a student? No, a patient here. But I don't have chaos child syndrome. I opened the shoe locker for guests and put my shoes inside. I decided not to wear slippers. It's possible I might need to run out of here after all. I head up the stairs to the 3rd floor. The further in I get, the stronger the sensation of deja vu.
Goes to the club room.
I feel sick. No, I feel uncomfortable. It's like I'm watching a movie I saw when I was a kid. I don't remember the story or the ending, and I can't think of the title or what the protagonist looks like. But I know that I've seen all the scenes before. I can faintly hear what sounds like a teacher's voice coming from one of the classrooms. I just keep walking through the movie. But for some reason, I suddenly stop.
私
What am I doing on the 3rd
なんで
floor?
3階に
I'm in front of a second-year classroom. Why did I stop here? Why did I come straight up to here in the first place? This all feels really strange. I can hear a teacher's voice coming from within, seemingly teaching a class at the moment. Suddenly I feel scared. The air feels heavy, like it's threatening to crush me. My heartbeat is incredibly loud. My hand reaches for the door like it's being pulled by an unseen force. More deja vu. I know how this door feels to the touch. I remember it. I'm not imagining it. I suddenly hear a voice from within. A voice I remember very well. It's a voice I remember well, but also one that makes me feel like I want to cry. No, don't open it. Don't open the door, Onoe.
どうして
Why can't I
見ちゃい
open
け
it?
ないの
Why?
どうして
By the time I finish that thought, the door slowly starts opening.
Who is it? Anybody in here that we recognize? Fuck me.
I'm petrified by the scene I witness. Countless eyes are focused on me. Everyone simultaneously looks at me the moment I enter the classroom unannounced. Amid the dead silence, my eyes lock with all of theirs. The old woman closest to me smiles. Her wrinkly lips shine with lip gloss that don't match her age at all.
おかえり
Welcome back. All the hairs on my body stand on end, and I shoot out of there like a bullet. I dash down the hallway. Wait, what was that? What was that? Yesterday I saw firsthand what Chaos Child Syndrome was. But still, this doesn't make any sense. Why don't any of them realize it? All those patients there, how did none of them realize it? How did none of them realize that this isn't a school? This place isn't normal. It definitely isn't normal.
Do not tell me that even the other characters we've known.
They all wear normal uniforms and take normal classes. What's the point of making all these patients live like normal people? No, there's no way I ever attended Hekio Academy. I'm just imagining it.
Go to the club.
My chest starts to burn and I finally stop running. But I still can't stop myself from walking as fast as I can. And then I notice that it's happening yet again. Again, it's happening again. Stop it.
避けないでよ
Why did I come up the stairs? If I want to get out of here, I need to go down. I can see the building next to me from the window. I must have gone up about 2 flights of stairs.
Do I want to even bother seeing Kazuki or Hinae?
I look behind me. Nobody's chasing after me. No one's making a fuss. I'm safe.
The club room.
Suddenly another vision flashes through my head. I feel incredibly dizzy. I stagger over to the wall to keep myself from falling over. It's just like yesterday. The thing where I see visions of something I'm sure I've never seen before and I start to pass out.
なんで
Why am I...
私
Huh?
Here we are. What's in there?
What suddenly catches my eye is a certain club room. Of course, I don't know which club it is. I've never been here before. But what I do know is that this room is special to me.
Go in.
I move away from the wall and slowly walk toward the door.
Is it Kazuki?
I hear a sound come from the inside the room. Is someone in there?
おいやめろって
Hey, stop it!
あれなん
Do
とか
something about
して
our
く
vice
れよ
president.
副部長
またや
Again?
めなさいって
Come on,
もう
I told you to stop doing that already.
うん
Hmm.
ほらすりむいてる
Look,
じゃない
now
の
you're all scratched up. Give me the first aid kit, okay?
は
Huh?
待ってくれ
Wait,
よ
I'm checking the source for this
今
news
このニュー
site.
スサイトのソース
早くしなさい
Now.
はい
Okay.
For some reason, the voices I hear make my chest ache and burn. Tears suddenly start filling my eyes and my vision blurs. I haven't heard any of these voices before, but I remember them. Before I know it, my hand's already on the door, and I slowly open it.
I'm scared. What's inside?
There's no one here.
No one.
I know I heard those voices coming in from in here until I open it. I slowly go inside and close the door. I run my finger along the desk and look at the things in the rest of the room. There's no one here. Of course there isn't. No one was here to begin with. This room is a mess. There are piles of papers, books, and DVDs everywhere. Several cardboard boxes are stacked up on top of each other.
新聞
A
部
newspaper club? There are several scrapbooks on the shelf, and all of them say Hekio Academy Newspaper Club Article Archive on the front.
あ
Oh,
これだ
this is it. I'm sure of it. This is what I saw in my vision a moment ago.
地図
A map. I touched the map on the bulletin board. In the center of it is Shibuya Station. This must be a map of Shibuya. There are photographs and newspaper articles pinned to it, along with memos that were made by the club's members. Probably. But honestly, all this stuff is on the boards makes me feel sick. There's lots of pictures of corpses and things. Wait, isn't this
渋谷の
that case from
青地
Shibuya?
点
I don't remember any of it, but this looks like the return of the new generation madness that I heard took place in Shibuya before the Restoration Festival. The map is a summary of the case.
なんで
Why do I know that?
これを
I carefully searched the map for any clues to my past. I can't believe my eyes.
Oh.
I see a photograph pinned up away from the others.
Oh no.
It's me. I'm smiling. And I'm wearing the school's uniform.
Oh my god, I just realized what it is. I don't know how I didn't even notice this, but everyone's old and yet their bodies still are like the size of kids, right? They're old and yet they're still the size of kids. You know who else we saw that was like that? Not in this game, but in the previous one. Takumi. Takumi was like that. The real Takumi. Is the reason why all the Chaos Child Syndrome patients look like this is because of the overusage of their powers? Chaos Child Syndrome patients are not allowed to leave Shibuya. I remember that a long time ago. Back during the common route of the game, near the end of the route, I think, they mentioned how people with Chaos Child Syndrome never left the Shibuya. Is this why?
It's the exact same uniform that those old people, the patients, were wearing. And the person smiling next to me is...
誰
Who are you? I hear myself whisper that. I know I didn't ask that question to someone I've never met before. I know this person from somewhere. Who is this old woman with the kind smile? Tell me, who are you? I suddenly realize I'm yelling now. Whether I'm yelling at myself or at her, I don't know. By the time the sunset arrives, I finally make my decision.
よし
Let's do this. I know the place from the business card I was given before. There's no point in just thinking about it. I want answers.
That means that Kazuki, Hinae, you even probably, Takaru, they're all like that, aren't they? Nobody from no Chaos Child Syndrome patient has never left Shibuya. It feels like that statement's laughing at me now, because it's been there since the first route in the game. And yet I never thought about it any deeper than that. I never thought, why? Is it just because they don't want them out? Or rather, would they become stronger or something?
Besides, not knowing is just making me feel sick. I pull up a map of Shibuya on my phone and start walking.
In that case, it's probably the case that Noe looked the same way until Takaru used his Gigalomaniac power to make her normal.
So you came, huh? Your next deposit for living expenses in for 3 days, you know.
Hello, Momose.
Momose-san, my guardian, doesn't scold me for breaking my promise. Instead, she sighed, sounding slightly exasperated. I was scared that she'd get mad, so I'm a little relieved.
いえ
No, I know that. That's not why I'm here.
そう
Well, come inside. Is coffee okay?
はい
Yes. It's been a while since I last saw her. But part of me doesn't really know how to deal with this woman. She's normally really laid back, but she can quickly get scary out of nowhere. There's a powerful aura to her that you can't fight back against. Probably.
Again, I'm still concerned about how powerful Momose is, because she's a member of the committee. Yeah, at the same time, she doesn't exactly seem like a bad person. I don't know if she's good, per se, but at the very least, compared to what else we've seen of the committee, she definitely seems, to have a bit more of a soul, question mark?
If she tells you to do something, you do it. Excuse me, I say as I timidly enter her office. Inside, it's a normal office. I crane my neck to look around. Her business card says credit bureau. It's easy to assume that makes her kind of similar to a detective, as far as I know anyway. From what I've seen on TV, I figured that detective offices were supposed to be messy. So I'm surprised to see just how normal her office looks. Yeah,
どうも
thanks. I take a sip from the coffee she offers me. Come to think of it, I haven't had anything to eat since I ran from Hekio Academy this afternoon. I didn't feel like eating at all after going there. So, I told you to stay away from Shibuya, didn't I? You did. I try to focus. I need to get answers today.
それは
I'm sorry, but
謝ります
there is something I need to
で
know.
もどうしても知りたいことがあって
I tell her as much as I can about everything that's happened since yesterday. Momose-san listened quietly, occasionally sipping from her coffee. She doesn't bat an eye, even when I tell her about how I collapsed and how I snuck into Hekiho. I get a little mad as I start to talk. Momose-san clearly knows something about my past. And whatever it is, it definitely has something to do with the Chaos Child Syndrome in Hekio Academy. Otherwise, she never would have told me not to come to Shibuya. I take something out of my pocket like a detective confronting a suspect with crucial evidence.
The picture? Yep.
Momose-san's expression changes. She's now making a face that I didn't expect. Did she just chuckle? Why?
これ
This is me, right?
私ですよね
It has to be.
どう見ても
I point to myself in the picture. I feel bad about it, but I borrowed the photograph from that room.
隣の人
Who is that that's next to me? Why am I wearing that facility's
なん
uniform?
で私は私って
I thought you told me that I'd never been to Shibuya before the day of the Restoration Festival.
生まれて初めて渋谷
The
に
girl
来
at
たんじゃ
Hakio
なかっ
Academy
たんです
recognized
か
me immediately. And I even felt that sense of deja vu when I walked through the halls. It was supposedly my first time there, but it felt like my body was moving on its own. And then there was what that student said to me in the second-year classroom. Welcome back.
もしかして
Have I been to that facility before?
あなたは
What do you think?
どう思って
Huh?
行ってみて
How did it feel when you
どう
went
感
there?
じたの
Did it feel like you've been to
自
Hakio
分は
Academy before?
適法学園にいたことが
The
あ
way
る
she answered my question was with a question put me at a loss for words.
わかりません
I don't know, but something just
なんていう
doesn't
か
feel right.
初めて行ったは
There's
ず
no
なん
way I
で
could
す
have been there before. I never heard the name Hakio Academy before
昨
yesterday.
日初
And
め
I
て
didn't
聞
even
き
know
ま
what
し
it
た
was
し
that it was a facility
ハ
for
ウスチャ
chaos
イルド
child
症
syndrome
候群の
patients.
人の収容室でもあそこにいると
When I was there, it felt like I'd
何か
forgotten
を忘れて
something.
いるみ
In the photograph, I'm wearing my uniform and smiling. The old woman next to me must have been a friend. I was friends with someone with chaos child syndrome. And I was wearing a uniform. Does that mean that I'm also...
もしかして
Did I have
私
chaos child syndrome?
ハウスチャイルド
Is
症
that
候
why I
群だっ
lost
た
my
んで
memories?
すか
それは違う
You're wrong. Momose-san denies it outright.
今のところ
Not a single person has recovered from chaos child syndrome yet. At least not as far as the public knows.
表向
As
き
far as the public knows?
と
Momose-san gets out a pen and starts to write something down on a notepad.
渡す前に
Before I give you this to
念の
you,
ため確
I want to
認
make
さ
sure
せ
of
てちょう
something.
だい
You're sure you want answers,
どう
right?
しても知りたいのね
She's testing me. But it should be obvious. Of course I want answers. My past, the memories I lost, of course I want to know.
はい
Yes, I
自
want to
分
know
の
more
こと
about
で
my
すから
past.
そうね
Of course you do.
自分のことですもんね
She hands me a piece of paper with a name and address on it.
悪いんだけど
Sorry, but I can't tell you anything
私
myself.
の口からは
In
何も
fact,
言え
I'm
ない
not
の
even supposed to
とい
be
うか
telling you that I can't tell you
何も言え
anything.
ないって口にでもまあ
But, well,
これくらいは
they'll
許
just
し
have
て
to
もら
forgive
わな
me
いと
for
ね
this.
Are you talking about the committee?
とにかくそこへ行って
Just go
聞
there
いて
and
ごら
ask
ん
me
な
your
さい
questions.
まず
That's
は
how you
そ
can
れから
start.
は
Huh. Feels like she didn't tell me anything as per usual. Still, I have no choice but to go there. I gulp down the rest of my coffee, which has gone completely cold, and stand up. Oh, right.
so.
How you doing, by the way?
一人暮
Living
ら
by
しは
yourself,
順
I
調か
mean.
しら
Mose-san chases after me as I start to leave the building.
はい
I'm doing
まあ
alright, I
それ
guess.
なりに
お金
Don't
使い
use
す
too
ぎち
much
ゃダメ
money,
よ
okay? The crepes I ate yesterday flashed through my mind.
Stop eating.
I'm keeping my allowance and the money I need for living expenses
ちゃんと
separate.
分けてますから
ほら
Oh my, making grown decisions already. Have you made any friends? I think of Howie and Ayaka.
はい
Yeah,
そう
I see. You must be having a lot of fun then,
楽し
right?
くやれてる
はい
Yes, I
楽しい
am.
ですよ、
よかったわ
I'm really glad to hear that.
うん
She really is glad. Then why do her eyes seem a little sad?
それじゃ
Alright,
体に気を
take
つけ
care
て
of
ね
yourself then.
I feel like she knows that if I get the feeling that if Onoe learns the truth, if she remembers everything, then it's going to break her. That's what I think Momose thinks, at least. If Onoe remembers everything, it will break her. She won't be able to go back to having this new life that she has. It will completely shatter who she is.
縁があったら
Maybe we'll meet again
また
someday.
今度
I bow in response to her curious way of saying goodbye. What was that supposed to mean? Well, everything she says is usually pretty ominous, so there's no real point thinking about it.
Nope. Once Onoe learns the truth, she was going to never be able to forget it.
はい
Yeah,
また
See you
今
later.
度
with that ugly Freesia. The next day before early afternoon, I arrived there.
ここって
It's here,
確
right?
か
AH Tokyo General Hospital.
The address on the piece of paper was for a hospital in Yoyogi. H. Tokyo General Hospital. When I first saw the paper, I had a feeling that I'd heard the name before, but it's only now that I'm actually seeing the building that I remember why. About 3 months ago, the police ran a search here. Everyone was talking about it to the point where I know about it even though I didn't watch the news. They've been committing all kinds of medical malpractice, which they hadn't reported at all. And they've been making illegal donations to politicians for years to cover it up, or something like that. They also had ties to some weird cult, and instead of treatments, they'd sometimes make patients undergo weird rituals.
うー
Ugh, this place is
怖い
scary.
病院だな
I hope it's safe.
大丈夫なのか
I'm
な
pretty sure I heard that all the managers and doctors involved were arrested and any ties with the cult were severed. Nowadays, it's supposedly been repurposed into a completely different hospital, but still.
There's gotta be someone
え
here.
い大丈
He'll
夫
be fine, just go. I speak loudly to cheer myself up and head inside.
と
Most of the hospital must be closed for the weekend as the lobby is nearly empty. The visiting hours haven't ended yet, so no one stops me as I walk through the halls. Come to think of it, the paper she gave me only has a name, so I don't know if that name belongs to a doctor, a patient, or maybe even a nurse.
あの
Excuse
すいません
me?
Who is it? I wanna know.
I speak to a nurse at the nurse station.
はい
Yes, what can I do
どうしました？
for you?
あのですね
Does this person
この
work
人
here?
ってここで働いてた
I
り
show her
し
the
ま
name
す
of the
か
piece of paper. The nurse nods.
失礼ですけど
I'm sorry,
あ、尾上
Oh,
と
my
言い
name
ま
is
す
Onoi. Are you a friend of
久野里さんのお
Kunosato-san?
知り合いですか
Oh. What?
Are you a friend of Kunosato-san's?
と
Well, oh, I know
なんていうのか。
Momose-san. Tell her Momose-san sent me and she'll
そうだ。
understand.
百瀬さん
Nurse
百瀬さん
nods
の
again,
紹
then
介と
reaches
言
for
っ
the
てく
phone
れ
on
れ
the
ば
desk.
わかります
She speaks on the phone with someone for a moment.
お待たせしました
I apologize for the
お会い
wait.
にな
She
るそう
says
で
she'll
す
see you. Go to the
5 階
psychiatric
の
ward on the
精
fifth
神科へ
floor.
どうぞ
精神科
The psychiatric ward?
ええ
Yes,
普
it's
通に
normally
は
off
入
limits,
れ
so
ない
be
の
aware
で
of
注
that.
意してくだ
You'll
さい
see a
ね
door once you're out of the
エレベーターを降り
elevator.
ると
Press the
すぐに
intercom button on
扉
the
があり
side,
ま
and the
す
nurse will show you in.
脇の
わかりました
Alright,
あ
thank
り
you.
がとうございます
I head for the elevator just like the nurse told me to.
ちょっとは
Excuse me.
い
Yes?
The nurse glances around to see if anyone's listening. Oh,
Then leans toward me. She whispers in a volume that doesn't really fit what you normally see from a nurse.
久野里さんと
Is this your
は
first
初
time
め
meeting
て会うの
Kunosato-san?
は
Yes.
気をつけてね
Be careful.
ちょ
She
っと
can be a
気
little
難しい人だか
difficult.
ら
I narrow my eyes for a little. For some reason, the nurse wishes me good luck.
are you still normal?
I head up to the fifth floor and press the button to call the nurse, who then leads me to the lets me into the psychiatric ward. After that, I'm told to go to the first door down the hall. Wait, am I going to a hospital room? I thought this one was working for the hospital, but maybe
患者さんなの
maybe she's
か
actually a
な
patient. There's a plate for the patient's name in front of the room. But it doesn't say Kunosato. It's completely blank.
うん
A little scared, I knock on the door.
開いてる
It's open. A stern voice answers. Huh? I feel like I know that voice.
何してる
What are you doing? If you're gonna come inside, then come inside.
入れ
Alright, excuse me.
失礼します
I remember what the nurse told me not long ago. She really does seem difficult. Or rather, kind of scary. I fidget a little as I open the door.
Are you normal still? Yes, you are! So that, I think, flat out confirms that even though I had my suspicions this whole time, it really does seem like you're completely normal. You never had a D-sword. With how much she knew about it, I felt like she had to have one, but no. It proved me wrong. I was the foolish one. As if there was any doubt to that. But you're normal still.
The reason why I thought I'd heard that voice before is because I've actually met her several times. She sometimes came to visit me with Mose-san when I was in the hospital after my accident. I didn't ask for her name at the time. I guess it's Kunosawa-san then. Kunosawa-san is sitting with her laptop, typing at an incredible speed. She's not even looking at me.
どうして来た
Why did she come here?
はい
I'm sorry.
渋谷には近づ
You
く
were
な
told
と
not to
言
come
われ
to
ていた
Shibuya.
はずだ。
こ
This
こは
isn't
渋
Shibuya,
谷じゃない
it's
です
Yoyogi. Then
な
how
ら
did you know I was here?
私がこ
You
こ
went
に
to
いるとなぜ
Momose-san's
わ
place
か
and
った
found out from her, right?
う
She figured me out.
百瀬さんのフリー
Momose-san's
ジア
company is
渋
located in
谷だ
Shibuya, which means that you went there despite your
ということは
directions.
ほら見ろ
Listen up, I'm not a big fan of
私
idiots who
は
can't listen to warnings.
忠告
Remember
に
that.
従えない
Now I know exactly why the nurse wished me good luck. I speak loudly to try and overtake the sound of fingers hitting the keys. I came here because there's something I want to know. It's
どう
about
し
my
ても知り
memories.
たいことが
She's deliberately hitting the keys so hard to drown me out. I'm not giving up.
これ
Here! Since she's refusing to look away from the screen, I put the photograph I brought right in front of her face.
壁法学
I
園
found
の
this in the newspaper club at
新聞部
Hekio
っていう部
Academy.
屋で
If you know
見つけ
something
たん
about
で
it,
す
tell me.
これに
お前
You went there?
あそこに行ったのか
Yeah. It's only after she turns to look at me that I realize what she's wearing underneath her white lab coat. Hekio Academy uniform. The same one that's in the picture.
おい
Hey. Kunsao-san suddenly stands up and gets so close to my face that we almost touch.
お前
Do you know what that
あ
place
そこ
is?
がどういう
Yeah,
何を見た
what did you see?
何をした
What
ん
did you
だ
do? I didn't do anything. I quickly step away from her. She's scary. I can almost hear a sound of my own heart racing.
あなたも
Are you
あそ
also
この生徒
I mean a patient
じゃ
there?
ない
What? Because you're wearing that, I say as I point at her uniform.
教えてください
Tell me,
もし
did
か
I
して
go there
私
before?
どんなことでも
Tell
い
me
いんです
anything you know, no matter how small,
私
anything
の
that
記
could give
憶
me a
の
clue
手
to my
がかりに
memories.
なることならどうしても
I want to know no
知
matter
り
what.
たいんです
Kunosawa-san just continues staring at me, looking very annoyed. It's almost like she's trying to feel out what's inside my heart. What did Momose-san say to you?
百瀬
Huh?
どうせ百瀬さん
I'm sure you asked her the same question.
同じ
What
こ
did
と
she
を
say to
聞
you?
いたんだろ
自分の口から
But she
は
couldn't tell me anything
何も
herself.
言えないってあ
Oh, and she
と
also
それから
said
何も言えない
that
って
she
いう
probably
こ
couldn't
と
even
自
tell
体
me
が
that she couldn't tell
ギリギリ
me
アウトか
anything.
も
なるほどな
I see.
あ
That's
の
just
人
like
ら
her,
しい
that sly old bat.
見事
あそれは
Yeah, you
そう思
said
い
it.
ます
I found myself agreeing. Sly. That's a perfect word for her.
知りたいか
You really want to know, huh?
過去だよ
About your past.
お前の
Yes.
はい
I know with determination, and in response, Kunosawa-san shrugs a little.
言っておくがな
Just so we're clear, I don't know anything about
私
you.
は
Huh?
お前と会ったの
The first day I met you was on the day
お前が事故
you
で
came to the
入院した
hospital.
病院が初めてだ
Everything before that, I heard from Momose-san.
それ以前のこと
はい
Got it.
その写真の
I
こ
don't
と
know
も
anything
わ
about
か
that photograph either, or why you're
お前
wearing
が
that
制服
uniform.
を着ている理
で
But
で
you're a
も
patient there too,
黒
right?
里さんはあそこ
I
の
look
収
again at the
容
uniform
者なんで
she's
しょ
wearing. It's definitely the same as the one I was wearing in that picture.
違う
No, patients at that facility are
I know
required to wear these
sits there.
uniforms. If I want to move around without arousing suspicion among the patients, I need this.
じゃあ黒
In that
里
case,
さんは
what are you? What are you then?
研究者だよ
I'm a scientist. I study the chaos
カオ
child
スチャイル
syndrome.
ド症候群
研究者
A scientist?
あ
Yeah. She then taps the laptop monitor with her fingers. It's filled with rows of tiny numbers and several images of what look like human brains.
あの
Maybe I
もしかして
maybe I have some
私も
special reason for being
黒
there like
里
you
さん
did.
みたいに
If
何
I'm
か
wearing that
特
uniform in the
別な理由
photo.
とかあったんです
いや
No, if nothing else, I don't
少なくとも
remember seeing you there. And I
私
can't
の知
imagine
る
what
限り
what that special
お
reason
前
would
を
be.
壁法で
You
見
don't
た
seem to be a
記憶は
scientist
ない
like I am. Her answer doesn't satisfy me. The guard I met acted like he knew who I was. And the woman in the picture seemed to be acting like we were friends.
この人は
This person is a
症候
patient,
群
aren't
の
they?
人なんですよね
I point at the photo.
この人のこと
Tell me about her. If you're doing research on them, you should know her, right?
研究
部外者に
I can't just share a patient's
そん
private
な簡
information
単
with
に個人
outsiders, you
情
know?
報を教える
部外者じゃ
I
ない
might
か
not
も
be
し
an
れないじゃ
outsider
ない
though.
ですか
お前
You.
なぜそ
Why do you
こま
want
で知り
answers
た
so
がる
badly?
そんなの当た
Isn't
り
it
前で
obvious?
す。
Who wouldn't want to know about
自分のことですよ。
their past?
Is it really gonna be worth it in the end?
それに
And besides,
私
I think I heard lots of different voices in front of the room where I found this photo.
この写真うまく言え
I
ないん
don't
で
know how
す
to
けど
describe it, but it all
と
felt
て
so
も懐
familiar.
かしい感じがしました。もしも
If one of
あ
the
の
voices I
声の
heard
中
belonged
に
to her,
この人がいる
then
な
she
ら
must have been a dear friend of mine.
きっと大事な友達の
Is
こ
it
と
so
を知
wrong
り
to
たいっ
want
て
to
思
remember
う
a
の
dear
は
old friend?
いけないことですか？
She's glaring at me with a really scary look on her face. Did I go a little too far? Well, I can't help it. I really mean what I said.
お前
You're a pain in the
面倒く
ass.
さいやつ
What?
百瀬さんが
I
こっ
can
ち
see why
に回
Mimose
してきた
son
の
palmed you
は
off on me. She stands up and starts to leave the room as if she's finished talking. Wait!
ください。
I quickly try to stop her.
話はま
We're
だ
not done!
少しここで
Wait
待
here
って
for a
よ
little bit. I'll find out if it's
教
okay
え
to
て
tell
も
you.
いいのかと
Huh?
PC には
Don't
触れ
touch
る
my
な
computer.
なんだ
Huh. I start thinking to myself as I'm left alone in the room.
案外
Maybe she actually
友
does have
達いる
friends.
かもしれないなあの人。
She keeps me waiting for about an hour. Just when I start to think that she's making me wait on purpose, she comes back into the room. She then tells me to follow her and to promise that I won't tell anyone what I'm about to see.
Oh god.
事前に
The fact that you already
駅
snuck
法
in
に
Hagio
忍び
worked
込
in
ん
your
だという
favor.
事実が
He
聞
said
いた
that if you're going to be doing stuff like that on your own, it's better to just tell
勝手
you.
にそんなこと
研究の責任者の
The
方です
principal
か？
responsible for the research said that?
ま
Well, he's certainly
あ責任
responsible
者
for
に
a
は
lot of
違い
things.
ないかな
Is it gonna be Takaru?
Kunosawa-san goes deeper into the building and suddenly stops.
ここだ
This is the place. She turns to face me as she puts her hand on the door.
ああ待て
Wait, I
入
want you
る
to
前に
promise me
約
something
束
before
を
you
し
go
ろ
inside. Obviously, you can't tell
校外無用は
anyone
もちろんだ。
about what you'll see in there.
はい。
Right,
この中の
but
連中を
also,
見て納得
once
し
you
た
see
ら
the people inside,
今度
and
こ
you
そ渋谷には
accept
近づ
things
くな
as they are, promise that this time you'll stay away from Shibuya for good.
え
Huh?
それが
That's the condition for telling you what
お
you
前の
want
知
to
り
know.
たがっていること
Wait a minute, what do you mean?
会えばわか
You
る
understand when you say them.
Kurosawa-san.
Opens the door without waiting for my response.
Oh no. Oh.
I see inside the hospital room leaves me speechless.
Kazuki. Kurusu. Hinae. I think I saw Yui.
Only the dim light from the fluorescent lamps above illuminates the room. I can smell the peculiar scent of disinfectant. There are 4 beds, each with a patient on them. And all of them are old women. Their bodies are hooked up to machines like the ones you see on TV shows. They keep going beep, beep, in sync with the rhythm of their hearts.
こっちへ来い
This way.
あ、
Oh, Kurosawa-san calls me to me from next to the bed furthest in the back. I come up to her and suddenly I gasp. The girl who's sleeping right there is her. The one who I was smiling with in the photograph.
クルスノノ18
Kurosu no, age 18.
カオ
A
ス
chaos
チャイルド
child
症候
syndrome
群患
patient.
者
She's been in a coma for 3 months.
昏睡状態
She's my age. But she's been in a coma for 3 months.
さらに彼女は
Unlike the R3, she has a
他の
terrible
3人と違
a
う
laceration on her abdomen when she was
こ
brought
こへ
here.
運び込まれたと
怪我をしてたんですか？
She was hurt.
まあ
Yeah, she was in critical condition for a while, but we managed to save her.
ななんとか
For
一
some
命を
reason,
取ったみたい
Kunosawa-san frowns as she looks at me.
Was anything in the damn game real at this point? What the hell when the game was real? Was any of it? All the characters have always looked like this.
Anyway, now you understand, right?
まあ
You won't be able to
と
learn
にかく
anything from her while she's in the
これ
state.
で分かった
Let
ろ
alone what her relationship to you was.
お前と彼女がどういう関係だったの
He points to the woman on the bed as if to say
それを聞こう
satisfied.
にも
昏睡って
This coma.
症候
Was it
群の
caused
せ
by
い
the
なんです
syndrome?
か？
そうだ
That's right.
他の人た
And
ち
the others? I look at the other beds. Mm. Each of them has a name written above their pillow. Aimura Hinai, Kazuki Hana, and Yamazoe Uki. Yeah, that's all she said when I looked at them.
It's just like what happened to Takumi. The real Takumi. Back in Chaos Head Noah. Is this a side effect of using their powers? If the same thing because again, this is basically what Takumi looked like, the real Takumi looked like in Chaos Head Noah. A young looking body, but at the same time it was old. Like his body was short like it was young, but it was old, wrinkly, frail, like an old person's. Is this just the fate of any Gigalomaniac? Is this just the fate of the Gigalomaniacs then? Using their powers can do this?
回復
They're
す
going
る
to
んで
get
すよ
better,
ね
right?
さあな
I don't know. Girl on the bed cruises on is as still as a doll. Without the sound of the heart monitor, I doubt I would know that she's still alive. It really does feel like I know her. Maybe. What was our relationship like before the accident? Were we friends at Hekio Academy?
私
Why am
ど
I...
うして
It feels like I'm almost remembering something important here, but it escapes me yet again. Kurusu Nono, Kazuki Hana, Arimura Hinai, Yamazoe Uki. They're all names I'm supposed to be hearing for the first time. But it doesn't feel that way. It's so frustrating not being able to remember.
3ヶ月ってことは
If they've all been in a coma for 3
昏睡状
months,
態
that
が
means it
始
started
まっ
around
た
the
の
same time
は
as the
5
Restoration
歳の
Festival,
頃
right?
ってことですよね
I was told that that's the same time I lost my memories. Could that really be just a coincidence?
どうしてみんな
Why did they all end up in a
昏
coma?
睡状態になってしまったんですか
それこそ
That's private medical
患者の
information.
重要な
Why do you
個
want
人
to
情
know?
報だ
直接
Maybe I can do
彼
something
女
to
に
help. I
私
want
の
to
こ
ask
と
her
を
about my
聞きたい
past
んです
directly.
素人の
This
前
isn't
に
an
どう
illness that an
できる
amateur like you
病
can
気じゃない
treat.
わからないじゃない
You
で
don't
すか
know that! No matter how much I argue back, Kunosawa-san refuses to listen to me. She just keeps insisting that I leave and never go back to Shibuya.
じゃあ明
Fine.
日もう一度壁
Then
法
I'll
学
just go
園
back
に
to
行き
Hekio
ます
tomorrow.
何
Excuse me? Kurosawa-san raised her eyebrows at my words.
だって
If I can't talk to
クルスさん
Kurusu-san,
がダメ
my
なら
only way left is
壁
Hekio
法学
Academy.
園にしか
The guard
手
there
が
acted
か
like
り
he
が
knew
ない
me.
です
ふざけるな
Like hell you will. Kurosawa-san angrily got close to me and I stepped back.
そんなことをして
Just
みろ
try it. I'll have Momose cut off your
百瀬
living
さんに言って
expenses. What? That would be bad. No, I'm not giving up. Then I'll just get a part-time job. I'll be fine.
なるほど
Oh? You've got
なかな
guts.
かのガッツ
But in
だ
this country, it's hard to get a real job without a
だがこ
guardian.
の国でもそして
And your guardian is
お前
also
の身元保証
Momose-san.
人も
Cause she got me with that one. If she won't let me get a job, then I can't survive.
ひどい
That's awful.
な
Why are
んで
you
そこ
so...
まで
いいから
Just listen to the
お
warning
前
you
は
were
忠
given.
告をま
だから
At least give me an
納得
actual
できる理由
reason.
を教えてください
Why does she want to keep a secret so badly? I don't think that I'm asking for something irrational.
お前の記憶
It's got nothing to do with her
関係
memories.
ない
Hekio Academy is in a delicate position
今
right now.
壁法学園は
What do you
微
mean?
妙な立場に置かれてるからだ
Kusasan runs an aggravated hand through her hair and shows me what's on the laptop she has. The screen shows a picture of a man.
あれ
Huh?
Uh-oh.
I've seen before too.
First of all, before we actually look at the important stuff, you have Rhine Victim List, Backup Confidential, Macrosoft Excel, Wimbos Live, Fire Earth, Recycle Bin, Computer, New Gen Shortcuts, 2013, 2014, 2015 Shortcuts, Victims List first, Summary of Expenses, Report number 3. Wakui Shuichi. Role, Principal Investigator. Access Rights, Administer Class Personnel. Master Access Rights, Class A Rights Holder. Specialty, Frontotemporal Lobar Degeneration, FTLD Syndrome. Bipolar Disorder, Developmental Disorder Education. Achievements, Health Management Research for Chaos Child Syndrome. Differentiation of Chaos Child Syndrome from mental disorders. Primary roles at facility, mental care and management of Chaos Child Syndrome patients, negotiation with government organizations, career, error not found. Has this motherfucker been integral to the plot this entire freaking time?
I've seen before too. But where I've seen him, I don't remember.
Wakui Shuichi.
Wakui Shuichi. The patients believed he was just a normal teacher, but the truth was
普通
different.
の教師だ。施設の
He was one of the people in charge of the
管理人の一人だ。
facility, and a scientist researching Chaos Child Syndrome.
カオスチャイルド症候群。復興祭の直
Immediately
後
after the festival, he took all the data we had on the syndrome and
今
vanished.
までの症候
Theft of
群に
patient
関するデー
information
タを
is
持
a
って
serious
姿を
problem.
消したんだ
The whole school was in an uproar,
ところが
but he was particularly
こいつ
nasty.
はもっと悪
He used his
質で
position
な
as administrator to make the school his own
管
private
理人の
property.
立場を利用し詳細は言えない
I
が
can't tell you the details, but because of him, Hegio Academy is in a highly volatile state right now.
兵器法学
That's
部
why
は
I'm telling you
何
to
が
stay
起
away
きて
from
も
it,
お
no
かし
matter
く
what.
ない状態にあるおい
Hey, are you
聞
listening to
い
me?
てるのか
Huh? Oh yeah.
はい
I can't take my eyes off the man in the picture. What is this? I know him from somewhere. Oh. My eyes meet with Kunosawa-san just as the scene flashes through my mind. Her look of annoyance is gone, and now she looks dead serious.
お前
Do you remember this man?
この
Huh?
この男と
Do
ど
you
こで会
remember
った
where
の
you saw him? I
そ
try
れ
to
も
remember
わか
the
る
image I just saw. It was probably...
どうなんだ
Well,
なんとな
I
く
can't say for sure, but I
ですけど。
think I might. But even if I do, why would I know that place? As I wonder that, I suddenly hear Kunosawa-san whisper something.
装置の場
She remembers the location of the device. Was the memory alteration imperfect?
完全ではなかったのか
She does remember. She knows.
Huh? What'd you say?
何ですか？
いや
No, that's nothing you need to worry about. Just tell me where you saw him.
と
This is
にか
very
くその場
important.
所を教えてくれ大事なことなんだ
She's acting like everything's different, but in her eyes, she... Oh. What the fuck?
ええ
Sure,
いい
okay.
ですけど、でも
But in exchange, I have a
その代わり、
request.
お願いがあり
And
ま
so I
す。
tell her the idea I just came up with. After I leave the patient room where the 4 girls are sleeping, I'm taken even deeper into the hospital. We had to wait for a while as Kunosawa-san needed to get permission from above and negotiate. I ended up waiting for several more hours. It's probably night outside by now. The further into the hospital I go, the colder the air becomes. It feels like something terrifying is waiting for me.
あ
Where are
の
we going?
どこ
お前の持ち
I'm
出した
filling my end of the
交
bargain
換条
regarding the
件だ
condition. There's another patient you need to
もう
meet.
一人
Huh? Is what I said that difficult to do? I didn't think it was.
新庄さん
Shinjo-san.
Oh boy.
Kunosawa-san takes me down the hallway to an area marked staff only, no entry. A man in a suit turns out to be waiting there for us there. His eyes go wide with surprise when he sees me.
何のつもりだ
What are you thinking? You can't do this!
説明は部
I'll
屋
explain
の中
inside.
でするあんたの声
Kunosawa-san says she brushed past him.
尾上
Oh no,
はい
yes?
この人は
This is Detective Shinjo from the Shibuya Police. He's helping us with our research into Chaos
カオ
Child
スチャイルド
Syndrome.
症候群の研究に
I swear to God, it feels like
協力して
the
もらって
only
いる
normal people in this game at this point now were freaking Shinjo and Kunosato somehow. In fact, that might just be the case. Kunosato and Shinjo might have just been the only 2 normal people in this entire game.
A detective helping to study a disease? Is this kind of thing common? I bow my head, still confused.
新庄さん
Shinjo-san,
監
how
視
long
の
until the
交代
guards
までど
change
れくらいあ
shifts?
る
しばらくは
Yeah,
大丈夫
you
だ
have some time, but he's gonna be mad.
だろうな
I'm sure. Anyway, just come with us. This is important for you to hear too.
あんたにとっても重要な話だ
Kurosawa-san goes further down the hallway.
Oh boy.
I follow. Feels like something scary is getting closer.
It's gonna be Takaru, isn't it? It's gotta be Takaru.
あの
Who exactly is in
誰
that
がい
room?
るんですか？
部屋に入ればわか
You'll
る
know when you go inside.
君も
You at least watch the news,
だろ
right?
ニュース？
The news? Is this person someone
有名人で
famous?
すか？
ああ
Yeah.
久野
I'm
坂
sure
さんからも注意
Kunosawa-san
されてる
told
と
you this,
思う
but
が
you need to keep everything you're about to see in
これ
here
から先のことは
an
絶対に秘密
absolute
にしてくれ。
secret.
彼自身のこと
I'm
はも
referring
ち
to
ろ
the
ん
man you're about to
彼に
meet.
会ったことや
You also
この
can't
場所
tell
のことも喋
anyone
っちゃ
that
い
you
けない
met him, or even that
いいね。
this place exists. Got it?
Yes, sir.
はい。
What kind of famous person could he be if they need all this secrecy? The two of them stop in front of a certain door. There's a no visitor sign on the door and the small window is barred. Only a faint light is coming from inside. The detective then takes something out. It's a key. The door must be locked from the outside. Tension is clearly building between the two of them. It even starts to make me feel nervous too.
尾上
Oh no, I...
はい。
Yes?
お前は
How much do you know about the
ニュー
return
ジ
of
ェ
the
ネレ
New
ーション
Generation
の狂気の
Madness?
再来事件について
The return of the New Generation Madness? I know about what you'd expect.
ニュースで流
I
れてい
heard
る
what
こ
they
と
said
な
about
ら
on TV, I
一通
guess.
りは
It was the spree of
ある
serial
程度
killings
だ
in
と思い
Shibuya,
ますけ
right?
ど、
犯人につ
What do
い
you
て
know about the killer?
私の一
He was a
個
boy
上
a
の
year
男
older
で
than me.
なんだっけ？
What was his name? Mia...
宮
something?
なんとか。
Miyazawa?
宮。
宮代だよ
It's Miyashiro.
宮代
Miyashiro
拓
Takaru-kun.
あ
Oh
あ、
yeah,
そん
that's
な
what
名
it
前
was.
でした。
Back when I borrowed Ayaka's phone to look up Chaos Child Syndrome, I saw his name a few times on news sites and blogs. At first I wondered why he was showing up in my search results, but when I read them, I found it was because he had Chaos Child Syndrome too. By the time Ayaka and Aoi told me not to look, it was too late. I'd already seen photos of the crime scenes. They were awful. Just remembering them makes me feel nothing but sheer anger and hatred toward him.
私と一つしか違
To
わ
believe
ない
that
人
someone
があんな
only
ことを
a
した
year
な
older
ん
than me could do something
て信じら
like
れま
that.
せんけど。
He just wanted attention. Maybe that's why he did something so cruel. And they even said that one of the victims was his own little sister. I still can't believe that.
事件後
Do you know what happened to
宮
Miyashiro after
代
the
が
incident's
どうなった
concluded?
か知っているか
Huh? I don't know, but he was arrested, right? Isn't he going to be put on trial or something?
裁判とかす
For
る
some
んじゃ
reason,
ないんですか？
Kunosawa-san glances at the door. So Shinjo-san. Suddenly I feel a chill, almost like cold ice is being pressed against the back of my neck. No way. It can't be. Is he the one that's inside the room?
カオスチャイルド症
No
候
one
群
has
か
ever
ら
recovered from
回
Chaos
復した
Child
人間
Syndrome.
は一
At
人
least as
も
far
い
as the
ない
public knows.
宮代は事件を
Miyashiro
引き起
suffered
こ
from
した
Chaos
当
Child
時
Syndrome when he committed the
カオ
murders.
スチャイルド症
But
候
after he
群
was arrested, we learned that he was recovering.
だが逮捕後
現状で唯一
As of
の
now, he's currently the only
症候群
person
からの
recovered
帰還者
from the
だ
disease. So he's
病気
been
の
given
解明の
special
ため
permission to be
特
quarantined
別
here
措
to
置と
help
し
us
て
find a
こ
cure.
の病院に隔離されている
Obviously, the public doesn't know anything about this, Kunosawa-san added. Despite how cold it is in here, I started to sweat. The killer himself is working with Kunosawa-san. And the police are in on it too.
なん
Why
で
do I have to
私
meet
が
someone like that?
そんな人と会わなくち
No,
ゃい
wait,
け
just
ない
the
ん
thought
ですか？
terrifies me. I don't want to meet him. Of course I don't want to. Who knows what he'll do to me?
安心しろ
Don't worry. He won't do anything to you.
お前に
sure
は
of it.
何もしない絶対
Kunosawa-san doesn't listen to a word I say.
Here we go.
Shinjo-san then uses the key and the door slowly opens.
Oh god.
I instantly notice him in this dark room.
Oh my god, he actually looks relatively normal. A little aged, but not completely, like the others.
He is sitting on the bed looking right at me. He isn't tied up or anything, not even handcuffed. I take a small step back. He is very thin and wasting away, like a dead tree branch. It's hard to believe that someone like this was able to commit those horrible murders. Did he only just recover from Chaos Child Syndrome? His face does look like an 18-year-old boy's, but his bony limbs and neck still look like they belong to an old man.
これが
So this is
宮
Miyashiro Takaru? The real killer behind the return of the new generation madness.
新庄さん、
Shinjo-san,
久野里さん、
Kunosawa-san,
約束が違う。
this wasn't the deal.
I find myself hiding behind Kunosawa-san's back while he speaks. The kind of killer who could do something like that has to be a very scary man. My hand starts shaking as I hold on to Kunosawa-san's white lab coat.
どういうことです？
What do you think you're
無
doing?
関係の
Bringing
人を
someone who has nothing to
こ
do
こ
with
に
this
連れ
here.
てくるなんて。
I can tell from his voice that he's angry. I shrink back to try and hide from him.
状況が変わ
The
った
situation's changed. This is
こい
Onoe
つは
Saraka.
尾上セリカ
She knows about Hakio Academy.
壁砲がある場所で
She also says that she
涌
remembers
井と
being
二
alone
人
with
きり
Wakui
で
in
会
a
ってい
certain
た
place.
覚えもあるそうだ
え
Both Miyashiro and Shinjo-san gasp in surprise. He then stands up from bed and walks over to me. I get scared and cling to Kunosawa-san even tighter.
そんな、
No,
まさか。
that can't be.
そのまさかだよ
It's true. It was probably in the facility that
この
disappeared from the
病院の
basement of this
近く
building.
ど新庄さんがどれだけ
And the
探
thing that
しても見
Shinjo-san
つけられ
can't
ない
find, no
あ
matter
れ
how hard he looks, is
そ
probably
こ
there
にある
too.
はずだそして
Onoe Saraka
尾上
remembers
セ
where
リ
it is.
カはその場所を覚えている
本当なの
Is
か
that true?
The detective grabs me and pulls me toward him. Naturally, this caused me to stop clinging to Kunosawa-san.
どこだ
Where?
君は
Where did you see
ど
him?
こでそれを
It was...
それは
I almost answered him, but managed to barely stop myself in time.
ち
I can hear Kurosawa-san groan. That was close. I can't tell them just yet.
尾上さん
Onoe-san.
彼女は取引
She wants to make a trade.
何
What?
どういうことですか？
What do you mean?
施設の場所を
She
教
says
え
she'll
る
teach,
代
tell
わ
us
り
where the facility is, but in
カオスチャ
exchange,
イルド症候
she
群
wants to
の
help us
原因
find the cause of
究明に
Chaos
協
Child
力させろ
Syndrome.
と言って
Miyashiro starts looking at me with narrowed eyes again.
尾上さんだっ
Onoe-san,
け？
was it?
Huh?
一つ
Can I ask you
聞いて
something?
もいいかな？
I'm obviously still scared as he looks at me. But I work up my courage and look back at the killer.
何
What?
どうして首を突っ
Why do you
込
want
み
to
た
get
がるの？
involved in this?
素人の君が協
I don't
力なんて
think
言
there's
ったって
anything an amateur could do that would
何も
help.
できないと思うけど、
それは
Well,
施設の情報だけ
Just tell
刑
the
事さんに
detective
教
where
え
the
てさ、
facility is and go back to your
いつも通り
happy,
の楽しい
normal
生
life.
活に戻りなよ。
I really don't think a person like you would understand how I feel. You're a maniac who attacked and killed your own family. But still, if I don't say anything, it'll just feel like I'm letting him win. That's why I decide to say what I'm thinking. My voice starts to fill with emotion to the point that I practically start shouting in his face.
友達かも
I
しれ
just
な
want
い
to save the
女
girl
の
who
子を
might be my
助けたい
friend.
って
Is there something wrong with that? Then again, it's not like you would
まああ
understand.
んたには
Mishiro doesn't say anything back. He just listens to me silently. And then when I'm finished talking, he smiles a little. What? Why is he smiling at me like that?
宮代
Miyashiro, I'm
こ
letting you
の
make the
こと
final
に
call
関し
here.
ては
Are you okay with that,
決定権はお前
Shinjo-san?
にやろう
仕方ない
I
な
guess I don't have a choice. Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
I look at Kunosawa-san and the detective in surprise. They're going to let a murderer of all people decide what to do with me. That doesn't make any sense.
ただ
Just remember, the fact of the matter is that without Onoe's information, we're not going to make any more progress. If we can find the facility, we can complete the image.
わかってます。
I know.
あの、
Kunosawa-san,
新庄
Shinjo-san,
さん、
can you leave me
少し
alone with
この
her
ことを
for
二人にして
a
もら
little
えま
bit?
せんか？
Huh? The suggestion shocks me even more. No way! Who knows what he'll do to...
好きにしろ
Do what you want.
少しの間だ
Just
け
for a
だ
little
ぞ
while, okay?
Wait a sec, I don't want this! I grab Kunosawa-san's lab coat, but she just knocks my hand away.
Oh boy.
And then the detective of all people is the first to leave the room. All he tells me is an irresponsible, don't worry, you'll be fine. And then he shuts the door. He even locks it too. I'm trapped in here. I'm too scared to turn around and face the bed. Who wouldn't be? I said some really awful stuff to him a moment ago, after all. What will I do if he attacks me? I glanced over my shoulder. Miyashiro Takaru is still there.
座っていいかな
Mind if I sit down?
長い間立
I
って
get
て
tired if I
疲れ
stand
る
up
ん
for
だ
too long.
Do whatever you
好きにすれ
want.
ばいいでしょ。
Miyashiro takes a deep breath and sits back down on the bed. He rubs his knees like he's trying to feel for something. There's no strength in him, and he looks even smaller after sitting down. He doesn't look like he's going to attack me. A little relieved, I finally turned to face him.
別におかしなこと
I'm
は
not
し
going
な
to
い
do
よ
anything to you.
さっきの
I
続
just
きを
wanted
聞
to
き
hear
た
the
かった
rest of
だ
what
け
you had to say.
友達かもしれ
You
ない
said you want
女
to save a
の
girl
子
who
を
might
助
be
け
your
たいって
friend,
言ったよね
right?
そうよ。
That's right.
だから
So
何
what?
それが
Is that...
Miyashiro suddenly stops rubbing his knees. And then he looks directly at me.
それが今
Is that really what you wish to do
君
right
のや
now?
りたいことなの
For some reason, when he asked me that question, I find that I can't even speak for a second. I feel something boiling up deep within my heart. But then I answer him clearly.
そうですよ。
That's right.
それ
That's
が
what I want to do. Is
私の
that
やり
all?
たいことですけど。
ああ
Yeah. That's all.
For some reason, Miyashiro smiles again. I still don't understand what that smile means.
I see.
そっか
I see.
うん
Then he bursts out laughing. I don't know how to respond. He curls his tiny body up into an even tinier ball as he doubles over laughing. He shakes as he tries to stop laughing but fails and a hoarse voice leaks out of his throat. I don't find it funny at all.
何
so
がおかしい
funny.
の？
いやごめん
Sorry. It's
なんでもないんだ
nothing.
それで君は
So,
友達かもしれ
once
な
you
い
save
女
this
の
girl
子
who
を
might
助
be
け
your
てどうす
friend,
る
what are
つ
you
も
going
り
to do?
私のことを聞
I'm
くの
going
よ
to。ask her about myself.
私は
What I
どん
was
な
like.
人間だっ
Why
た
I
の
was
か
at
って
Hiko Academy.
なんで壁法が
そっか
I see.
わかった
Alright. That's
安心
relief.
した
In that
僕
case,
らに協力してほしい
please help us.
Huh? Relieved? What's that supposed to mean? This really doesn't make any sense at all.
い
Are
い
you
の
sure you're really okay with this?
そんな簡単に。
あ
Yeah.
君の
I
や
won't
り
get
た
in
い
the
こ
way
と
of
を
what you
絶
want
対
to
に
do.
邪魔しないまあ
Well,
あ
as
る
long
と
as you
こ
stay
ろ
out
に
of
踏み
certain
込んでこ
places.
なければ
Certain places?
何それ
What do you mean?
こっちの話さ
Never mind.
協力
Thanks for your help.
よろしくな
Mishiro offers me his hand as he smiles. Does he want me to shake it? Is this some kind of joke? I look away and he stops smiling and scratches his head.
ああ悪い
Oh, sorry.
つい
I wasn't thinking.
He seems like a normal, awkward boy. It's hard to believe that he's a killer. Wait, what am I
考
thinking?
えてるの
My mind
私
flashes back to those pictures of the murders. The blood everywhere, the expressions of pain, the cruelly tortured bodies. The anger I almost forgot nearly came back. Just so we're clear,
どんな理由が
no
あっ
matter
て
what your
も
reason was,
人を殺すな
killing
んて
someone is never
絶
right.
対に許されない。あんたは
What you did is the worst thing a person can do. The person from me killed his own sister. And then he said he'd kill himself in public. But in the end he didn't. He killed all those people, yet he was too scared to die himself. He must truly value his own life. But the people he killed had their own lives that they valued too. They all had their own lives, friends and families. All the things that I'm trying so hard to get for myself. Maybe I'll never get them, no matter how hard I wish for it. And he just stole them all away from those innocent people.
私
I hate
あん
people
たみ
like
たいな
you.
やつ大嫌い。
I don't know what effect my words have on him. He just sits on the bed and silently looks up. Then suddenly he smiles at me again.
何よ
What? What's more, there are even tears in his eyes. His tears are so honest and true that I find myself overwhelmed. They fall to the bed without a sound. How long did we stay like that? I have to remind myself that the person from me is a serial killer. If I don't, I feel like I might forget my anger completely. I can't believe myself.
今
It's
更
too
泣い
late
て
for
後
crying
悔したって
regrets now.
手遅れよ。
Mishiro keeps crying, but he doesn't stop smiling. His face looks like a parent watching a child.
後悔なんて
I don't have any regrets.
しないよ。
I don't regret what I did.
自分
I'm
のしたことに
satisfied.
悔いはない。
He
満
doesn't
足して
regret
るん
it,
だ。
even after all those horrible murders he committed. I can tell that he's serious too. It's like he's crying tears of joy.
この
You scum! I don't want to talk to him for even a second longer. I head to the door and call for Kunosawa-san and the detective. They come inside and look toward Mishiro without bothering to see if I'm okay.
結果は
What did you decide? Mishiro wipes away the tears as he speaks.
協力してもら
I
うことに
decided to
し
have
ま
her
した
help us. You
いい
sure?
のか
Yes.
The two of them are looking at him as if they're looking at something utterly heartbreaking. But he just keeps laughing and crying.
僕が考えて
She's a
た
little
普通
different than
の
what I
女の子
thought
と
a
はちょ
normal
っと
girl
違
would
いますけ
be.
ど
If
彼
she
女が
wants to help Nono,
ノノを助けたいと思って行
then
動
let's
する
accept
の
her
なら
offer.
協力
のの
No, no. If I remember correctly, Nono's the first name of Kurusu-san, the woman in the hospital room. Does that mean the two of them are friends?
宮代
Mishiro, I just want to ask this
念の
once,
ため
to
確
be
認す
sure.
るが
Kurosawa-san's voice is low. She's probably worried all over here.
お前はも
You aren't who you
う以
used to
前
be.
のお前じゃない
You can't use your power. You know that, right?
力は使え
はい
Yeah,
何度も試しました
I've tried it many times.
もう僕に
I
は
can't even see my D
理
sword
想度も
anymore.
見えません
Power? D-sword? What are they talking about?
最悪の時代
If
に
things go south, you won't be able to rely on your power.
力には耐
You're
え
willing to go through with this anyway?
それでもよ
はい
Yeah,
ノノたちの
for
ためで
Nono
す
and
か
the
ら
other's sake.
というか
And
黒
really,
里さ
this
んらし
isn't
くない
like
で
you.
すね
Aren't you happy
委員
just to
会
get
の情
information
報
on
さ
the
え手に
committee?
入ればそれで満足じゃないんですか
Mishiro chuckles and Kunosawa-san frowns and looks away.
うるさい
Shut up. I've never seen someone throw away their
自分から
power and come
力を捨て
back.
て戻ってきたやつは
I'm not sure how to
初め
respond
て
to you.
対応が難しい
Are you absolutely sure? She asks. Mishiro nods.
大丈夫です
I'm fine.
あんな力
I don't need that
も
power
う必要
anymore.
ありません
That's probably why he's recovering from Chaos Child Syndrome, then. That's exactly it, isn't it? The reason why Mishiro is recovering from Chaos Child Syndrome is because he's no longer a gigalomaniac. I have to assume that in the process of turning Onoe into a normal girl, it somehow got rid of his power. But as a result, it started to reverse the Chaos Child Syndrome in him. Which means theoretically, it's possible to do that for anybody. The only requirement is that you have to get rid of their powers as a gigalomaniac. You find out how to do that, and you can save anybody from Chaos Child Syndrome. You know, thinking about it now, that actually does make sense in regards to another person, which is Takumi. Why would the other Takumi, eventually never become, like, old, or why is he able to still do stuff? Like, even though we don't see him in this game, it sounds like he's still, like, physically fine, according to, like, the dialogue that you hear during, Kazuki's route. Because he said he's traveling everywhere all the time. But he would technically have gigalomaniac powers, which would make him once again devolve into that old look he had, right? But what if he never had the power, which he did say he no longer had that power. So the reason for Chaos Child Syndrome, the reason why it makes people look old, is because of the powers of gigalomania. But lose that power, and you don't have it anymore. That's what they want to figure out. How do you get rid of a gigalomaniac's power?
She's still looking away from him.
And that's probably the reason why Inoue might be... Well, Inoue is actually kind of in the similar boat to how Takumi is anyways, being a delusional creation. Of course, in Inoue's case, she's not a duplicate of Takumi, or of Takaru. She's just another person created by Takaru. Takumi just made himself. Just made another copy of himself.
Alright, she whispers. Detective Shinjo-san's mouth goes wide open in shock when he sees that.
なんだ
What? Is there something on my
私の
face?
顔に何かついて
いや
No.
久野里さん
I've
が
just
そん
never
な
seen
に
you so
分かり
obviously
やすく
troubled
困っ
like
てるとこ
that.
ろ普段からそういう態
Sure
度
would
で
be
い
nice
たら
if
いい
you
の
were
に
like that
な
more often.
あ
Oh,
それ
that's
い
a
い
great
アイデアです
idea.
ね
Think you'd be up
久
to
野
it,
里さんならで
Kunosawa-san?
きるんじゃないですか
お前ら
Would you two
いい
stop?
加減に
I think it's a good
私
idea
もその
too.
方がいいと
The
思いま
nurse
す
said you were difficult.
看護師さんに
なんだと
Excuse me? Oh. I didn't mean to say that loud. Kunosawa-san is glaring at me fiercely.
Uh-oh.
After that, she explains to me the rest of the plan, even though she's still ticked off the whole time. Finding out about Caruso-san and the others, well, all the Chaos Child Syndrome patients actually, involved far more danger than I imagined. But I want my memories and my past back no matter what.
I think we're going to go ahead and end it here, because I don't feel like we're at the end yet. So we're going to go ahead and save it over here. The Serica chapter, huh? Well, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.